Right? It's about 12:50 in the morning. About, I don't know, a couple of days before the new year. And I'm going to get into those 220s. Doing this challenge for myself, for my mother, and myself. The thing is, before Mama passed, Mama had this thing to where Mama didn't like pain anymore. She has suffered for over 25 years with pain. And the idea of getting better sounded good in theory, but in practice, the breaking down part in order to break through was not attractive to Mom anymore. So she just wanted cookies, ice cream, TV, low level stuff, because she got tired of being picked and prodded at with needles, all sorts of medicines, going, getting all types of stuff done at the hospital, different things. She just got tired. And she also got tired of being in the bed every day, being in her condition, not seeing herself get any better. So the idea of getting better, the idea of healing sounded good, but she wanted it to happen by divine osmosis rather than to do the work, because the idea of doing work seemed like I would do all this and go through this whole nother level of pain and not get anything done. And that was scary to her. That made her afraid. And the idea of that caused more fear, more trepidation, more pain. And here I am going through this transformation, losing this weight, going through all this stuff. Then the shoulder kind of gets displaced, and now it has micro tears and tendonitis, and that's more pain. The job is getting tougher. That's more pain. It's getting colder outside. That's more pain. It's inconvenient at the gyms I go to. That's more pain. Different things in life, that's more pain. And here it is, it's like, yeah, you're doing work, you're getting results, this stuff is intelligent, but really, will it work? I started thinking about the past when I opened up my restaurant and what happened. I had to close it, and the idea of going back hard, working to establish a business and do things, that's more pain. And it's as interesting and as good as it sounds to go into business for yourself, to do things for yourself, the question comes up, am I doing this stuff still from the old mindset that I will let myself down? Am I doing it from the mindset that I'll fail? And I have to admit that that's a fear. And I've fallen off the diet and my discipline because I recognize the mindset that I actually had. That mindset is, no matter what you do, it will never be enough, because ultimately you will let yourself down. Something will happen to inconvenience you. You will fail. And all the forces of evil and doubt, anxiety, and fear locked up inside of me are coming out to battle. They're coming out to play. And I have to be strong enough. I have to be man enough. I have to be spiritual enough to deal with that and face that head on. It's nobody else's fault. It's nobody else's responsibility. This is me. I can't look at anybody else's mistakes. I can't look at other people's problems and situations. I have to look at me. Am I willing to do the work? Am I willing to do that? And, I dedicated this week of training to my mom. She passed New Year's Eve. And she passed with those pains locked up in her. And as I was fussing at her, trying to get her to be her best self, I realized that the same fear, the same pain that Mom had, I got it too. So the buck stopped here. The pain, the anxiety, the fear of not being enough, that something won't work, the fear of giving your best for something, the fear that if I gave my best and it won't work, how foolish I will feel, that stops here. What would happen if I gave my total best? What would happen? Let's see.